Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. Well, around the holidays, many of us that are pet lovers, like myself. I have two beautiful dogs, and we want to make them part of the festivities. Sometimes they want to be, and sometimes they don't. But the best part is there are gift ideas out there for pets of all kinds, and one of the best places to get those gifts is Pet Valu Ottawa. I'm joined by animal care expert Alexis Blackburn. Welcome back to the show. Great to have you here. And I guess that's true. Let's start off with that. The idea that, I guess some of our pets are social and they want to be involved just like we are as humans.
Yeah, 100%.
And I guess some don't. So what do we do in the case that a pet, might not be necessarily interested in all of the festivities that are going on?
If they're not interested, one of the best things you can do is actually give them their own space. So if you know that your dog or your cat really are not big and people coming into your home or being a part of going onto those cold walks where you're going to look at the beautiful lights, give them their space. Give them an area where they can rest, they can relax. And then if you're having a Christmas party or something like that, actually go and spend some time with them halfway through so that they don't feel bad that they're locked in a room by themselves, that they just know it's for their best.
Yeah, and again, on the opposite side, some don't want to be excluded. And you mentioned, if you're going for that walk to look at the Christmas lights, don't forget to bring along your pet. Yeah. They'd really appreciate 100%. It. Right?
You can also have them with family pictures. You can there's a lot of things you can do with them that's safe for them.
Absolutely. So. Well, you brought some great gift ideas along here. Let's do a little show and tell. Where do you want to start here?
Well, over on this side, I actually have a lot of goodies, treat-wise when it comes to it. But one treat that I actually have that's great for animals that stress out when you have events is our calming treats. They're wonderful. I actually use them at home with my dog when she's having stressful moments. And they're great to actually have on hand for those parties. Another option that I like, which I'm actually really excited because this is new.
What do you got here?
We're about to lose our cat tunnel. Is our charcuterie board
Oh
for
my
cats.
God, this is hilarious. A charcuterie board for cats. So what's included in something like that?
So it's got some fish in it, it's got freeze-dried chicken, and then it also has chicken jerky. So it's actually great. So if you have family pet-friendly guests that are coming by. This is great to have. You can actually lay it out like a human charcuterie board. And then you can even put little notes that says I know how to do tricks. Get me to do a trick before you give me a treat or something like that. So they're able to actually give out.
I want to show this one off. This is for what exactly?
It's a crinkle tunnel.
It's auditory, right? Right, as well as a little fun. So this is obviously for cats then?
It is.
Something like that. And they just go through it and they rub against it and they love the sound.
They love the sound. At the same time too, if you have a small enough dog, they can go through that. They'd enjoy it as well.
Well, that's true. Yeah. My Jack Russell or Maltese could go through that puppy right there. Look at that. And what's this one here? Tell me about this.
That is.
This looks like it's made out of recycled material or something.
It's a holiday scratcher. So if your cat likes to kind of go after your decorations or your furniture, this is a great substitution for it.
Very smart. And again, not leaving your pets out when it comes to gift giving, right? They want to be.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No,
they deserve
100%.
it. They've been putting up with you humans for a long time, right? What have we got here? Tell me about this.
So this is our gingerbread candy cane. So this one is for dogs specifically.
Okay.
I will say though that this is great for a stocking stuffer, not for under the tree. Because if your dog can smell that, they're gonna have access to their gifts a lot sooner than you want them to.
Before we move on to the other ones, I want to bring Sky in here because we have a special guest standing by. Come on in here, Cassandra, with Sky. We want to introduce you to this lovely dog who was a rescue from
India.
India, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Sky and what Sky's wearing here today.
So Sky is 13 years old. She just turned 13, actually, not too long ago. And what she's currently wearing right now is it's the 'Tis the Season brand candy cane pajama pattern, as you can see. The one thing you want to keep in mind, though, especially with Sky, you can see she's got a thick coat and a long coat. So if your dog has a thick coat like Sky does, you don't want her to be wearing that for too long.
And it's true, right? They can overheat just like we can.
Exactly.
I'm just going to show off some of these other items that you brought along here because I think, doggy and cat parents are really starting to get into dressing up their pets, right? And look at these. These are just adorable. And you've got holiday-themed items for everybody, and then I want to showcase this too. This is great for when you're going out for those walks with the dog. Why not why not have one for you
Match 'em.
and one for them? That is great. All right, let me put this. I want to talk about when it comes to having your pets over too, Alexis. Is some advice when it comes to some of the things that we bring out around the holidays not necessarily good for our pets, right?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. So like, I'm gonna start off with cats. So when it comes to cats and trees, I think a lot of pet parents are familiar with their cat jumping up into the tree. A great thing to do with that is actually having your tree in the corner of of a house, so that where it doesn't have as many chances of actually tipping over. And a neat little trick is actually putting aluminum foil on the base of the tree.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of helps deter them a little bit. But another strong suggestion is putting aluminum over if you have a live tree, just so that like your animals don't go and try to drink the water, because the water can have bacteria, it can have toxins in it, and it can just end up making your dog sick.
And some plants are toxic too, right? That we bring in around the holidays.
The top 3 that you want to kind of keep an eye on and keep away from your pets is poinsettias. I can see it, she drooled all on the ground there. Sorry. Poinsettias, holly, and mistletoe. So those are really popular around. Like I think my mom has every single plant you can for the holidays. But you just want to keep them out of the area that your animals frequent the most.
Food and alcohol as well to keep an eye on, right?
100%. Especially like for people that do put out charcuterie boards. If you have grapes or raisins on there, it's extremely toxic to dogs. So you don't want to really put that in an area where they can reach, and encourage your guests not to leave any plates or their alcohol glasses in an area that the dog can knock it over or the cat themselves can access.
Excellent advice. Let's just go over a couple of more things here before we run out of time. What have you brought here? Tell me about this piece.
So these are new. It's the Ice Baby snowballs. That is what they're called.
So cute.
So they've got squeakers in them as well.
Okay.
So they're great. Each one has kind of its own little thing to it. So one of them does have like a bit of a crinkle to it. So they're really cool. You get a bit of a surprise with each one.
I love it. Very, very nice. And then we, of course, we already mentioned the treats, and then chewies, right? Things like this, just to keep dog happy and have some fun. And you got a little Hanukkah going on here as well. So something for everyone around the holidays, and of course available at Pet Valu locations right across the city. Alexis, thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Cassette. Thank you, Sky, for joining us. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you.